Today I'm going to tell you why you should meditate. And yes, I'm using the should word. And I want to should on your mind today, okay? Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about meditation. A lot of times people will say, actually most people say, I just can't sit still with my thoughts, or I can't stop thinking. And that's because you are alive, which is a good thing. The goal of meditation is actually to reverse most of the goal-orientedness of ourselves. If you like to think of things in terms of computer programs, it's like running a clear the cookies or something like that. Just kind of getting the system running again, because there's a lot of stuff cramming it down, mucking it up. So, meditation, you may always feel like you're doing it wrong. And I wouldn't describe it as ecstatic all the time, but I would describe it as necessary. So I didn't have fun that time, but it was necessary. And the goal, if you want to speak of goals, is to, for one, sort of not have a goal, and for two, to change your relationship with your thoughts. It's not about stopping thinking. It's about taking your thoughts and saying, oh, those are thoughts. Like, if someone walks by and they fart and it stinks, like, we don't take that stink as a part of our identity, right? That's what people do when they have thoughts. A lot of times they'll have a thought. A thought is a process of the mind, and we all have a mind, right? Thoughts, according to Brett Weinstein in his book, and Heather Heying's book, Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the Galaxy, I think is what it's called. They said that potentially thoughts formed for the purpose of formulating ideas to communicate to others to accomplish a task. So, if your thoughts do not aid you in accomplishing a task with someone else, that's when you take the moment and you say, that's a thought. And I like to use the analogy that clouds are all made of water vapor. And sometimes they look like little bunny rabbits and puppies, and sometimes they might look like a monster, but they're all floating by, and they are all the same in a sense. So when you can sit in meditation, and it's important that you sit, you will then discover that all of your thoughts are just thoughts. If that makes sense. So meditation, the reason to do it is that it will actually decrease your anxiety. It will decrease depression, because a lot of times these anxiety patterns are preoccupations with the future or preoccupations with the past, or depressive. And when you take yourself and you separate yourself from your thoughts, you observe them versus attach your identity to them, those preoccupations become perceived as just that, preoccupations, versus things to really, really worry about. And if you would like to learn more about meditation, I would suggest try sitting just for a moment. And the instructions are to place your hands kind of like this, down at your waist. You can stare straight out ahead, slightly below, and put a partial smirk on your face. And then you simply focus on the fact that you're having thoughts. And then if you have a soreness in your body, you focus on what that sensation feels like. Go in with curiosity versus judgment. And then remind yourself that you're breathing. And it's really about focusing on all of the different things that your body does all on its own, that you do all on your own, like turning your eyes the color that they are. You're doing that. You're just not conscious of it. So meditation is about letting go and also diving in at the same time. And if you notice any emotions coming in, just imagine that it's an intense wave, and as you breathe, that's you kind of giving with your knees a little bit up on that surfboard, breathing through that emotional storm and making it a gnarly wave, brah. So meditation has many benefits, but it only has benefits when you do it, and they're mostly benefits you can discover. Some people need to know exactly what they're going to get before they do it. So there are resources down below that you can check out that show some data for meditation. And if you're in the Hudson area, I do provide a mindfulness meditation class. Meditation's a lot more fun with other people, and I essentially enjoy going there just to do nothing. Sometimes when you're going somewhere, you're like, I got to go there and do something. Well, not today, not this time. You just go there and you're like, I'm going to go there and do nothing. It's going to be great.